Sorry about that, I went to the toilet. Here we go. It's been a while since... Oh no, my camera's on the floor, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, it's been a while since I streamed. Back from holiday. Yesterday I was going to stream, but holy crap. I was so tired that the moment I put my head on the fucking pillow, I woke up 14 hours later. I need to get up again. Because the webcam's on the floor. Just put that there. Fidget with it. I was wondering where the webcam was, and I could just see it on the floor next to the bed. And yeah, well, back here again. I wanted to do some on depths because it's gonna be a quickish stream. I'm still fucking shattered to fuck. Jeez. So I've been working on my battleship for a while. You might see it in some pictures on my Twitter posts if you ever follow my Twitter. I don't post much on it. It's just every now and then I'll post a picture of my shit I'm doing. As far as From the Depths goes, I'm struggling. I'm not getting far. I started working on this upgrade, well, this change to my main battleship, which is this guy, as you see. The bottom, I've extended a bit. The general idea is to sink the citadel further down, so I put an extra 4 blocks on the front, as you can see from here. This is where I extended it from, on the nose. We might drop this further down to make it bulge out a bit more. We'll get to that when we get to it. So this is my Ohio. The reason I call it an Ohio is it's based on the World of Warship ship with 2 barrel guns, because I don't like building triples in this game. The triples are good, yeah, but the Tetris is just too annoying to do, so I like to make things simple. It's not good, it's not efficient, you shouldn't do it, but that's just what I do. And what we've done here is just extend the bottom down. Do that. I still need to do it for the back here, but we can do that a bit later. I'm gonna probably keep these engines in the same spot and just like have it so it attaches and smooths out going up, kind of like what I did here. I'm gonna keep these high up, and then I gotta move. There's the button for this shit. Oh yeah, it isn't even in that. Actually, I'm gonna just help myself here, stop it from doing reversing, which is annoying. There you go. Now it's gonna stop reversing, hopefully. So I want build mode. I want to build. Oh yes, this. Go to that. That's gonna just lag the game for no reason. What was it? Oh, I mean that worked. Where is that? Ooh. There's that. Oh, it's a bit good. So what we got here, it's gonna flash, which is a bit annoying. Probably because I'm just above it. The water. I forgot how to do the camera bit that allows you to cut the thing in half, but oh well. So the general idea is to drop the citadel down here. Got triple bottom. We don't need to do it triple bottom, but I'm going to drop the citadel down here, which is a substantial drop. Just makes it harder to hit because it's lowering the water line. I might change the engines out. But they're working here, so these are basically just going to go 1, 2, 5, 6. We could drop down to 6 for this. And the general idea is the guns get deactivated too easily by my nemesis, which is the tier. So I want to drop them down, and then I'm also going to shrink the turret cap size. Even though I like the turret design for this, it's just not good enough for what I want. Here's, for example, going through. Let's do this again. Yeah, so something like this, which we can easily do. I just need to grab a turret, cut it in half. We might replace the alloy along here with heavy armor, so it's more resistant to explosive torpedoes hitting on the underside when we're in a turn. Not necessary. It helps, because all it takes is you to wipe out like a couple of blocks and that's it, your turret's completely disabled. But by lowering it further down, we'll only need to have armor at a certain point, which in this case might be around here, I think. Which is a lot more helpful, because originally the citadel for the turret was about here. And then it goes straight into the cap, where we want it lower, so it's less likely to be hit. And because it's wider, it's going to be easier to hit. Well, harder to hit. It is going to be easier to hit because there's more surface area. But because of the way it is, it's going to be harder to hit vital points. Hopefully. What I found is the size of the ship is usually better than the density, usually. Like you got stuff like the Gimli and the Draconia have a not Gimli, but Gimli and the Draconia. It's just too confusing for these YouTube shit these days. Is they tend to have lots of open space, but also big turret cores. Like this is about the same size as the Tiers one, but I don't use railguns that much. I do use a lot of frag at a reasonable cone angle. These guys I'm really not sure about using because they just get disintegrated so quick and it's just not that helpful. So I'm on the fence of whether or not to get rid of them and just replace them with just a simple missile launcher. But then we get to the problem of facing things like the tier where it can easily fight missiles. Like, it's got exceptional, because this thing's meant to be based around the same price as the tier. Obviously it's expensive at the moment, and that's because I'm doing a refit of all the armor, and eventually I'm just going to drop most of it down and only have armor in specific points. That's what it looks like at the moment. We got to fix the bottom. That's all we're just going to get into. Just going to start by just moving all of this. Because in the end this is just inner and we don't really need it. It's helpful for a torpedo bolt, but it's just a waste of materials. Now, usually if you're going to make a smaller, denser craft, you just want to have it have more firepower, which is kind of what most of everyone else goes for in this game. So like, instead of spending so much on armor, you spend more of it on weapons, making it functionally somewhat similar to that of the glass cannon. where you have good armor, but all of it's like really cheap stuff like wood, stone, and that. And then you have like loads of weapons to compensate for it. Now, I don't like doing that. Obviously, it's not a good idea to do what I do, but I don't like the idea of building ships out of wood and stone. You know? Now, I'm starting to get into the idea of just using straight alloy and then using heavy armor and stuff for protection on the innards, because that seems to work quite well, because a lot of good craft I see these days is literally just really lightly armored except for on certain points, and the game tends to favor doing like front-siders or one-angled siders, like for example the Gimli and the Draken Slang, it's called, are ships that only attack from one specific side. Then you've got stuff like the Turtle Lords that all shoots from one side, which is fine. The problem with the Gimli is if you make a ship that's fast enough to go around in a circle, like the Draken Slang, you just can attack it where it can't attack, which is obviously problematic. That's just what I've noticed in his in Borderwise's latest video. Now, obviously, I'm not building anything like that because I build my stuff to be like campaign friendly. There's no point building a 2 million craft when everything else is basically around less than 1 million. That's just my general opinion of it. Obviously, it's really cool to build something that big and that cool. I don't like how inconsistent this bottom is I've done. But that's just the nature of it. This ship I've been making for so long is on version 20, which is like more than some of my mechs. Yeah, Buster hands them up freeze only on version 20, which is still quite a lot for me because I usually just build a reasonable vessel and then call it a day sort of thing. It's like, yeah, it was flat and now it's not flat. It's done to this. But we need to clear up everything, cut the insides. I think I might copy the mainframe, even though I think it's basically the same mainframe I usually do for nearly everything. Basically, yeah. I'm not too worried about me deleting that. I did have a go with mortar crams for this vessel, but it just doesn't work for some reason. I think I need to experiment with more of it before I can get into it. But I really like the idea of having like a quad shooting cram that's kind of like that. And I do like the idea of mortars, but most of them don't really suit the World War or modern era ships. Obviously, quad cam mortar would suit well for like a mech, kind of like the Ruiner. It would suit the Ruiner Panzer, to be honest, or the Saboteur. I'm not going to do anything for them for a little bit. And I like playing this game, but I'm just getting frustrated because my designs aren't really good enough for what I want. They're adequate. Especially the Panzer line. The Panzer line holds its own quite well. Not amazingly, but still quite decent for what it is. The core line, well, the core line is just completely cheese. That's the whole point of them. They're just meant to be basically stupidly hard to fight against. That was kind of the whole gimmick of it for Tempest facilities to exist. I might eventually make it into like a book series, to be honest. I like the idea, but I've also got a lot of shit to do. Maybe when I can transport my current book series into something similar to that. Just turn it into like a conventional fantasy, kind of like how Muv-Luv is. Because that's what it is. It's a fantasy based around modern day. I think that's what it's one of the two. It's gonna take a long time to get through to clear this boy up. It's the problem when you want to go and do some like an extensive refit like this. It just takes so long to clear up your vessel once you start getting into deleting stuff like this. And I've noticed that a lot when I've come to change some of my ships. For example, the Centauri was originally a belt-fed cruiser that wasn't really that good, to be honest. Well, I mean, it did well against some stuff. In the end, I was trying to make a ship, in that case, that one, be able to fight the tier, but also be cheaper than the tier. And it worked okay. Currently, it doesn't work that good because collision AI doesn't really work yet. I know that's being changed very shortly in the next big patch for the game. I'm curious of what the plasma weapons will be like. But I don't know if it's enough to keep the game going. Because obviously the devs are done. They said they're only going to release one more weapon type, and I think that's it. That means I'm going to need to move to another game at some point before this game completely dies. I don't know. I feel like to be honest, this game might always have a cult following. It's just like one of those rare sort of things you don't really find that people are into, because it's got its own niche among other boxed base builders like Space Engineers and the ilk of that, and Sprocket and that. But because it's not going to get any more support, it's probably not going to... Well, it's probably going to have the standard mix of people who are really down for the game, and it stays only getting patched for bugs and that. I don't think there's much more for this game. Obviously it's got land adventure, that was a great add to the game. I don't know why that wasn't added sooner, to be honest, because that's just such a perfect thing to put in. But a lot of the other game modes, like the mission modes, well, there aren't really that many of them, and they're not really that fun to do. Yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I still like playing this game. It's just a bit frustrating to play. You know, save like a bunch. Did we not get any turrets? No. We saved 7,000 from deleting it? Really? That's a bit weird. That's a bit weird, to be honest. To suddenly save that much money. I need to get rid of this. Is there any other here? No, it's just that. And we're going to need to delete the whole line above us. I'm going to make it double thickness at least, so it's somewhat the same. I don't know whether or not to swap out steam engines or not. Swap in steam engines instead of fuel engines. It's just steam engines aren't that efficient. They're base efficient, but I also use sub-object cheese in my vessels, which some places are like about, but I don't do any tournaments or that crap. I don't care about that stuff. It's interesting, but I don't think it's worth doing. In my opinion, obviously. Oh, it's gonna be such a ball lake. Let's just cut in, see whereabouts, what we can do. Oh, it's this. This is the part of the. Oh no, this is in between the two. Yeah. Well, either way, we've got to get rid of all this. But yeah, I'm back from my holiday. It means back to the chaos, back to doing work. Well, back to work on Tuesday. Monday, well, it's the last day to enjoy some semblance before going back to pure chaos. I don't know, I get a feeling that more chaos is on the horizon as I do. I don't think it's going to be work related, I think it's going to be life related. I don't know what's going to happen there. What the hell did I do? Stuff like loads of. Well, I guess I filled it up to just try and get a bit more health out of it and protection, but it just doesn't do anything. Let's see what I'm doing. I can't think. Yeah, I mean, look at it. Well, part of me thinks I should just completely delete the inside. Start again, because we've already got the sub-objects saved, all the guns in there. Start from the bottom of this. And just go upwards and delete it all. Sort this camera because it's just flashing and it's bothering me. Oh, it's this. It was all for whatever that word was. So, I mean, for the cavities, we only need to have the top bit just so we can measure where we need to put everything. So I'm just going to end this quick. Worry about it. But hopefully next weekend we should all be back to normal. Nothing crazy after that. Simples. Just playing Scarlet Nexus. And that. Even though I can't really remember what happened so far in Scarlet Nexus, I think. I'll remember it when I play it, it's just so much happened in the last week, my brain's literally just like gone. As for the computer, I'll start putting some money aside, but I'm not gonna just completely get a brand new computer right here, right now, sort of thing. I wanna wait. In case anything dodgy happens. I do need to send my car through, get serviced. It's gonna be a fucking great time. Shouldn't be too bad, but life, you know, hey? Life, we all love to live. The only thing we've got. Such is life, you know. It's fine. There's stuff I want to do, but I can't do it at the moment. Need something to happen so I can do something about it. But what that problem is, I don't know. What I do know is just to keep doing what I'm currently doing, which is just putting money away. It's a good idea. Prepare for any problem that might be dealt to you. I wouldn't put it too far for something like something painful and annoying to come along. Such as Jonathan's life. Really? Okay. And before we delete the AI, we'll obviously prefab it. Because then you can just dump it or whatever. We could do a few different ones. Two slabs, like one for the AI bit and just like give it redundancy in there. Because everyone in From the Depths loves redundancy. If they say they don't, then they don't know what redundancy is. The general idea for this setup is to why am I moving? Oh, it's because I've caps locked. We're not going to delete here because we want to keep the size of the holes, just so I don't have to completely revamp the outside as well as the inside. But we're going to also change the armoring structure for the turrets so that it's significantly thicker around the bottom as well. and around the turret cap. Because the main problem I've had with this vessel is when the weapons get deactivated too easily, which is why we're lowering it, the citadel for the weapons, so they're less likely to get hit. And we're going to improve the armor, and because we swapped to alloy, originally this thing was all in metal. I'll bring out the old version later on, if I get to it. I might not, because it's going to take a while to do. It's already been 40 minutes. Like, this is would I say this is the biggest thing I've made? I don't really count the Alpha Core as the biggest thing I've made, because that thing's got its own little setup going. It's different from all the others. I could well, I can definitely improve it. I know I can improve the Alpha Core. That's easy enough to do, and that's just by well, working on the innards and the engine and trying to make it move quicker than it already does. This is where the AI compartment is, so I'm gonna do that. Wait, is that also? Okay, no it isn't. I thought that was on a spin block for some reason. Would have been helpful if it was. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I kept these at basic, so yeah, so much of that gets deleted. So what we're going to do here is we're going to save. Might as well just save us some Centauri parts. AI brick. That's good enough for me. AI brick. Let's trash it and delete. That means we can just go through and do this. That will drop off. Significantly cheaper now. Delete all the innards. To think that this armor isn't good and when you see like how many blocks of heavy armor that everything just keeps spamming, and it's like everyone in the community says don't spam heavy armor, whilst everything literally spams heavy armor. Oh no, Carl's here to cry at me. Why are you playing from the depths? How dare you, Chalian? Don't you play something good? Be some streaming, Carl. Pepe hands. Yesterday I was fucking tired, man. Jesus Christ. Carl, I fucking put my head on the pillow and I was gone. Completely gone. I need to fix the back bit before I go. Okay. Go with this. Just something simple. Freeze. That don't smooth off that nice. Oh, Carl, how's it been? I haven't seen you in so long. You didn't want to talk too much yesterday. I think it's because you were doing your shit, as you usually do. What? Well, I don't want to go too ballistic. You've been feeling great. It's because I haven't been around to bother you. That's saddening. Saddening. Good. I mean, at this spot, we could simply just, add engines to the bottom of this, just move it so it's further to there. Like, these are outward ones we could put into there. Yeah, that'll work. Kind of. Can't it go? Oh no. Oh, can this spot needs to go down. Oh man. We need to lengthen it up to here and then make it go up. Yeah, because this bit along here needs to go down. That also means this back bit here we could get away with dropping down a bit further. So it's a bit more thicker at the back. Just in general making it more thicker. But then that means we may as well just delete this whole back bit here. Okay, bring up the prefab. Probably for the best. It's very one-sided here. Oh, it's because of weirdness with her blocks. That's fine, just get rid of the weirdness. Let's go this bit. And that's basically all the inside set up and ready to fuck with. Just need to fix the bum. I think because we deleted 4 blocks, well, added 4 blocks, keep this set here. Just add 4 on. Okay, well this bit doesn't seem too bad underneath here. I'm gonna just straight up just have 4 blocks on. It'll look a bit weird, maybe. I just want to see what it looks like, to be honest. It's not that hard to clear up. Something like that. It should look at least a little bit more right. We do it like this. I think we'll still leave the waterline bit here. Because at the end of the day, most of this we want to have sitting underneath the waterline. We don't want to raise the freeboard for no reason, and that's just going to cause more problems down the line. is a bit more of a meatier arse. Oh. We'll just copy similar to that what we did. Which is just this, I think. And then we'll fill it in. Simply doing this, like this. Okay. Back down here. This. Look. Not like that though. There we go. Meaty butt. I don't know what we'll do with that back bit. We could store armor back there. If needed. Make sure it's balanced. Something like that, maybe. We'll see how it looks. In the end, we want it to yeah, I mean, it'll look alright. It won't look amazing, but it'll look alright. So we need a triple spot, which is probably going to just have to be round, I'd say. Just do that. Do it like this. 3, 3, 3. Just put that in. Screw that up. Don't fix the problem. Just gonna that. Like this. Give it a bit of texture rather than just a flat line down, which is what I did for the other one, kind of. And now we need to go into super sub. Pop rock. something like that. Couple over here, just some problematic later on. Okay. How did I do it here? Well, it's flat along there. Okay, there's going to have some there. This right here, I guess. Right here, a double. Okay. It goes into a flat. No, in here. Really? That's where are these done? These are also done sideways. Okay. Slap that in. Actually, just do that. There we go. Nice. Same on the other side. Yep. I can't remember how I did it. Just whip out the old version. And spawn in its chair. This. Nice selection. Also, because we're doing it like this, I need to get an origin block so it's not totally whacked out. Okay. This is the main difference between them at the moment. It's like literally just 4 blocks deeper. Not really going to affect the height too much. It's because it's significantly lower because I've got these on there too. So those extra bits, it's still substantially thicker looking, rather more streamlined. Obviously this one's also made out of metal rather than alloy. 4,000, well 4 million. When I last checked it was 2 million with alloy, so it's really brought down the weight. Obviously making it faster. Obviously because it is mostly alloy, it's going to have not much buoyancy problem. Oh, I had it thicker on there. Oh, okay, well. Okay. We'll just add fins on this along the side, just so it's a bit more slightly protected from torpedo fire. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to go ballistic on it. At the end of the day, this is significantly deeper than that, and these never really got knocked out as it is. It is longer, so there's more props. I just prefer building it like this because these ones, whilst being a little bit expensive, they are size and power efficient compared to just building these as big as possible. Which is kind of the thing used on the Draken slang, which is hilarious how well that works. And how inefficient it can be. Compared to these. Obviously it's cheaper to do it the way Borderwise did it for that. Because these are expensive. I think we're instead going to have a wide inner set. To reduce the amount of sway in the boat. So I think having them on the further outside makes the vessel sway left and roll quite a bit, depending on when it's turning. Could be wrong though. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Oh no! Did I build these the wrong way? Probably. Build it like that. A bit more denser, a bit more vulnerable, but fine. Obviously I got some large rudders, mostly pivots. To be honest, I think having them further in the back is a better place to put them than here. We'll do it like this. There you go, that's most of the innards done. Well, most of the outside bit done. Obviously, if we want it to float even harder, we can just go. That will immediately make us bounce up on top of the water. Yeah, look how buoyant this bastard is. Okay, let's deal with the turret wells next. So I'm going to need to get a specific version of the cram. We're going to need to behead it. kind of helped if I just did this, you know. Imagine not using mirror. I think these are different from the other version. I don't think so. Delete this. I go down here and dump it down here. Okay. Do that to center it. That's why I wanted it, so I could put it in decent play. That. And that's where the citadel for this will be. Significantly lower, because originally it would have been like this, which is no good. Hopefully this should have made a much bigger difference. Hopefully. Because I mean, in the end, this is down by 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 blocks. Which will mean it'd be this low in the water, so anything below this point would be pain and agony. Just clear the mini. Oh. That's not good at all, is it? Okay, well, we're gonna have to redo this whole section here and just move it forward. Yeah, this whole section has got to go. We might even need to armor this section up. I don't think so, but we might. That's where it's got to go. Oh, I didn't make that out of steel, did I? Yeah. So... I need to bring all this back. Like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring all the engines further backwards. They are too far forwards anyway, so it's fine. And we've got like this much space to work with. The other thing we need to do is when we get around to it is we need to shrink the turret cap down significantly. I do like the size of the previous ones, but we're going to need to make them significantly smaller. I don't know how we're going to do that and still make them alright looking. Let's fix the back bit here first, because I think I've gone and put these on the wrong way anyway. Go through, clean this. Do this instead. And after we've cleared the weapon, then we can do whatever we did for here. Something like that. it's just going to go straight up quite a bit. Well, that's fine. Most of the vehicles turning is meant to come from the propulsion, that's why I use Azipods. So if we have to cut these out, it's fine. I use these bits for pitch control as it is. Pitch and roll. Oh. Wiccan, stop me. Just try and stop me from playing boats. I'd like to see you try. I bet you missed me so much because I was in Poland. But you were like a lost child. Lost Wiccan Leon. We didn't have Chalian streaming his crappy games. Your dog live streams, how cringe. You say I'm cringe, but you're the one simping. Imagine simping for some 2D girls that'll never like you. Who'll only like you for your wallet. You'd be simping for Chalian. Chalian will always love you. You and your bald head. Imagine being cringe with some fake women. Fake and cringe. Oh dear. My fucking sleep schedule's screwed up, man. I'm going to Poland. Just want to go back to bed. Sleep, Leon. I guess we can do it like this. Yeah, I can do it like this. Jaggedy. A bit more split up. Oh, game was lagging of how big this craft is. Oh, we put the engines in this bit then. I guess we could just make it go up quick like this. And then just stick them along up here. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Where's the arrow facing? I wish I could see. Oh, there we go. Up until the end. Go back, Poland. Just enjoy you being gone. Oh, no one wants Charlie in. Not even Carl wanted Charlie in. Wiccan doesn't want Charlie in. No one wants Charlie in. Poor guy. What can he do with this reckless hate? I'll never recover from this. You have a good time? Yeah, I had a good time. It was great. Ishk's very active compared to me though, so there was a lot of walking, and I'm, well, a cripple. So it was quite hard to do. Surprisingly, I still managed to keep up despite being a cripple. But Poland was very interesting. I didn't get to try much of the food though, which is a shame. But it is what it is. The journey to Poland via my airports was gobshite though. I should be thanking you? Why should I be thanking Wiccan? Ugh. Imagine thanking Wiccan. If you gave date with Ishk, if I didn't introduce you, you didn't introduce me to Ishk. What kind of shit are you smoking over there? You brought me over to his stream. I doubt that. I doubt that. You must be lying. You don't have any proof. You're just saying that because you're jealous that I went over there and not over to you. I bet you're just jealous because I went to Poland and not to California. What's going on in this bit? Oh, I guess it's that. Oh dear. Ish really wore me out though. I had like massive blisters on my feet that have only just gone. And I've got great big bruises on my legs from where they chafed to death. Wiccan, I should come over there to you and mate with you in a gorilla cage. Just the way you like it. Come here and you'll fucking shoot me or something. I'll ignore you while watching. Jeez. I think I'd have more luck going to see Micro. And I don't think I'd go to Micro because Columbia is just too high in the sky and I like to breathe. No, I think Micro would fall in love with me. He likes me. if I start going to all these different countries to see people I know online, Carl will start getting jealous and start sending hitmen on me. Break some wind, you know. Now, this amount of armor is still not enough, funnily enough. To at least kind of. It's holding the arse up a little. We're going to need to put another set of blocks on here as well. Well, I don't know if we should. I don't think it's worth putting in that much weight and cost. But because it's so much lower, it should be really helpful like that. Let's go do the armoring on the front. By armor, I mean just spamming heavy armor. Blech. Shattered, mate. Fucking shattered. I guess we could put more side armor on if needed. But we won't be able to do that until we do testing, which won't be for a while. But at least we don't need to armor all the way up now. This will just lower the center of mass by quite a bit. Which might also help with the rolling problem. At the end of the day, we need this to sink to the black line. Did we do 2 layers? So we did beam, thing, beam, right? Thing, beam, thing, beam. We need beam thing, the even more heavy armor, and just suckling down on that heavy armor teat. Julian, you shouldn't be using so much heavy armor in your build. Fortunately, yes, I should. Wiccan, you smell. I'm gonna come over there and knock all over my boats and Warhammer stuff. I think I might cry a little. But I also don't have I don't really have any boats here in my room. I actually don't have much stuff in general because I just don't have any space for anything. That might change over the next few years. I can't put any bets on it yet. I predict few things might change. I was expecting some crazy things to happen this summer, but nothing's happened yet. Maybe it's just because my feeling was because I was going to Poland. But usually I have like this weird intuition bullshit thing where I can predict stuff. Johnny, you should be using such heavy armor. It's weird because in this game, people are saying you shouldn't use heavy armor so much. But then you literally go look at their stuff and it's literally they are using so much heavy armor. And it's just like, what the fuck? It's like the fucking landcraft are all just literally like most of them are literally built like let me see if I can find it. They're literally just built like this. Literally, all the landcraft have like just this on the front of them, and then they have all their stuff spanked in the back, and it's just like lame. And then you get to high level builds in this, and it's just literally, or something more like this. It's just garbage. Oh, but you'll have buoyancy problems. But that doesn't matter, since you're just spamming so many. You just put in massive amounts of engine thrust. Like basically every Scarlet Dawn craft in this dang game. Oh, I've managed to make it to that, right. But that's slightly thicker than my visual armor. The turrets, if I'm right, just go in through here. We have metal, thing, metal. Really? Who's that? No, it's just that's the side. No one builds like that. Ah, I swear you're wrong. Let's just go with the singularity. See? See what I mean? Its whole face is literally just heavy armor wedge. Heavy beam, heavy wedge, heavy beam, heavy wedge. Then several blocks of it there into the particularly stuff that you want to destroy. The only one that plays this. There's a lot of people that play it. Not as many as other voxel-based block games. It's like about what, 800 people a day on this damn game. Yeah, Carl's right. I like this game. I don't know why. It's just because I like building things. Seems to be about there. Yeah, that's fine. It's there. Huh. And we'll just put a bunch of these here so it's reasonably protected from the top. The only one that finds this fun? Kind of, not really. There's a lot of people that play, well, not a lot, but there's quite a few people who play this janky ass game. Oh, I mean, probably. Who knows? I don't know. I'd be too surprised. But yeah, there's definitely other games I could be playing that are more interesting than this. But yeah, most of the games I tend to play are very autistic, as aptly as people like to call it. I think the barrels are that. Yeah, the barrels are about that long. Just put flash suppression on it. We're just gonna fucking block that shit up. Dark Souls 3 PvP. I hate Dark Souls 3. It be poo-poo in my eyes. Oh wow, I just put them right next to each other. Oops. Did I do it like that? Hmm. The difference in this one is it's got 3 block space in the middle. This one's got 1. Oh, I guess I did want to make the turret cap bits. Did I do this? But I might move on to another game at some point. I don't know at the moment. But moving away from this. Because at the moment I am playing a very tedious and very boring to watch game in the form of Entropia. So I don't think I'll ever stream that. Just go for something simple like this. Everything's really well defended here, so there's no way it should get through from the back, even if we do fill it in with metal and alloy. That's what we'll do. Oh, that's a flat turret. Fucking hell. That's a pancake. I'm not sure about these turrets, man. I definitely prefer the old turret cap. We can copy paste it over. Blech. Stream Forspoken. Wasn't that game that flopped pretty fucking hard? I mean, I wouldn't mind playing it just to see how bad it is. I like playing bad games as it is. Just move this layer off. Real shit game. So you're saying I should probably play it because all I do is play shit games? Stream Golem. I don't know about Golem. I don't think I could bring myself to play that. Like, I play shit games, but I think that's just like really... Like, that's setting the bar way too low, even for me. Them two. I know Golem's bad. Carl. Whoops. Whoops. Wasn't Forspoken meant to be like really feminist and that? I mean, if I can find it for extremely dirt cheap, but I don't see why not. Because, I mean, if it's a bad game, I don't want to support them with a full payout. But even then, I still buy games extremely cheap regardless. Not Golem though, I mean Forspoken. I think Golem was just bad in general. Like, they had so much time to make it and they just popped out a piece of trash. Let's save this. There's the refit. A lot of armor on the front. Hopefully it should work at least a little bit better. At the bottom. Yep, nice. Has that at least pulled it the water level down? By the looks of it, no. Oh. But we're getting there. We just gotta do the same for the back now. Line up loads of heavy armor on the front, protect it. Oh, it'll take some time to do it. I bet it's still... Yeah, because we haven't even done the Citadel, and the Citadel's going to basically be barren. The most centre point as I can. Probably beneath the smokestacks, because the other one's below here, if I'm right. Yeah, it's just behind it. And we could theoretically just move it backwards. It's like here, that's what we're working with at the moment. Compared to this. Yeah, I don't know if one wedge protection is going to be as good as having that. Well, I'll see when we get around to testing it proper. Obviously here's where we've got the engine and everything. Move it all to about here. Might even make it a wide citadel, to be honest, with a lot of armour. We'll probably move this. I have it, but mostly focus in the rear and on the very tip of the front. It's just spacing out all the ammo. Having this all slapped one block with a ton of armour around it. But, I mean, it's getting there. It looks a lot more meatier. It's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to have more height in the hull. Whether or not it make that much difference is, I'll get to that point. Probably going to take me a while. I'm going to do that. So, but either way, I'm going to head off now because this show. Exactly. But work with that. It shouldn't take me too long to get through to that point. Just need to do the other two turrets, do the Citadel, area and then do the armour for the Citadel. And obviously the B turrets. Yeah. I'm gonna head off. Well, we won't continue this next weekend because we'll continue with what we're normally doing. But yeah, take care of the nice one. I'll see you guys soon. Take care, people. Have a good one. Ooh.